Hollywood's beauty is sometimes seen as ephemeral. Actresses, praised for their young appeal at one point, find themselves under close examination when fate, time, or personal decisions change their appearances. This video explores the tales of once iconic women who were hailed for their beautiful appearance but have subsequently changed dramatically. These women's paths demonstrate the nuanced stories around beauty in the entertainment industry, whether from the demands of fame, personal hardships, or just the passage of time. Examine their history with us, looking at the several causes underlying these developments and appreciating their continuing legacy outside only appearances. Justine Bateman. It was during the 1980s when Justine Bateman became a household name thanks to her young charm and fashionable flair. She soared to prominence as the charming Mallory Keaton on the smash sitcom Family Ties. Even though she had a lot of success initially, Bateman had to deal with the harsh reality of working in an industry preoccupied with beauty and the transition into maturity on film. Bateman decided to embrace the natural development of aging rather than attempting to comply with the stringent standards that are prevalent in all of Hollywood. Although she is now in her late 50s, she's open and honest about her decision to forego cosmetic surgery. She's frequently attacked for having a more natural look in a world dominated by young people. Bateman has turned these experiences into advocacy by writing about the unrealistic constraints placed on women in her book Face, 1 Square Foot of Skin, which investigates the influence of ageism and society's expectations regarding beauty. Her resiliency is highlighted by the fact that she's chosen to concentrate on writing, directing, and educating others about the acceptance of older people. The story, told by Bateman, questions the conventional ideas of beauty, which in turn encourages a more extensive conversation about the empowerment of women and authenticity amid a world that's concerned with appearance. Her story exemplifies the bravery to challenge criticism and prefer personal integrity over aesthetics prescribed by the industry. It demonstrates that beauty is indeed more than just superficial appearances. Bateman continues to motivate others to accept themselves without reservation by using her platform to encourage meaningful discourse. Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda, who was a member of Hollywood royalty due to her illustrious genealogy, became a celebrity in her own right by appearing in films such as Singles, Jackie Brown, and Point of No Return. She was poised to become one of the most famous stars of her generation due to her striking beauty and unquestionable talent. As a result of a terrible vehicle accident that occurred in 2003 and her subsequent marriage to the composer Danny Elfman, Fonda decided to withdraw from the public eye to concentrate on her personal life. As the years went by, Fonda decided to live a life of domesticity and privacy, avoiding the scrutiny of the public eye. Her look has altered naturally with age, which has caused some admirers who remember her as a young star of the 1990s to be rather surprised by her current appearance. As a demonstration of the difficulties that come with prolonged exposure to the public eye, Fonda chose to prioritize her family and her health rather than accepting the excessive demands of fame. Her decision to leave the acting industry demonstrates the human toll that a rigorous career can take on an individual, as well as her commitment to safeguarding her well-being from the constraints that are placed on her by the industry. The story told by Bridget Fonda highlights the significance of maintaining a healthy balance and protecting one's well-being, stressing the fact that a decision to withdraw from a celebrity can be a powerful and affirmative one. Her tremendous corpus of work, as well as her determination to prioritize a life that resonates with her genuine self, devoid of external validation, will ensure that Fonda's legacy will live on long into the future. Victoria Principal. She became a symbol of elegance and beauty in the 1980s while playing the role of Pamela Barnes Ewing on the popular television series Dallas, which Victoria Principal played. During this time, she enchanted people. The part she played on the show catapulted her to the forefront of the entertainment industry, solidifying her position as a television icon. Nevertheless, Principal has also made a smart foray into the commercial world, establishing a profitable skincare line called Principal Secret through her acting career. Principal continues to be successful in the business world and the realm of philanthropy, even though she's been mainly absent from the glamorous world of Hollywood ever since she retired from acting. Conversations on the decisions that successful women make outside of their on-screen lives have been generated by public observations of her shifting appearance over several years. It's been speculated that Principal has chosen a career path committed to charitable work, with the primary focus on her efforts being on medical research and environmental problems. Her life story highlights a larger narrative about having an influence that lasts, drawing attention to the fact that one can reimagine their career path when they're not in the spotlight. The route Principal took from being an actor to being a business magnate demonstrates her versatility and desire that goes beyond her playing abilities. The audience is reminded of the power of reinvention by Victoria Principal, who demonstrates that beauty can transform into various types of fulfillment when one's passions and goals shift throughout time. Beyond the confines of Hollywood, her legacy will be remembered for her significant role in the beauty industry and her charitable efforts. Daryl Hannah. Through her portrayal of the mermaid Madison in the film Splash, which was released in 1984, Daryl Hannah captivated viewers worldwide. Her brilliant beauty and ethereal presence won the hearts of every audience member. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, her distinctive allure and acting skills sealed her reputation as a leading lady in blockbusters like Blade Runner and Roxanne. However, as Hollywood shifted its focus and pressures of aging in the industry mounted, Hannah navigated a personal transformation, prioritizing advocacy and activism over traditional acting roles. Hannah, who is well known for her participation in the environmental movement, has been subjected to great scrutiny over the years regarding her shifting appearance, with some members of the media criticizing her decisions. Hannah, who strongly emphasizes authenticity, frequently and openly discusses her atypical route, which involves rejecting the unyielding beauty standards of Hollywood in favor of creating a lifestyle that's congruent with her beliefs. The fact that she's chosen to withdraw from the mainstream film industry is evidence of her dedication to important causes, since she is a fervent advocate for the protection of indigenous rights and environmental preservation. Transformation that Daryl Hannah has undergone is not limited to her physical appearance. It also represents her inner development and her willingness to pursue causes that are important to her actively. Hannah demonstrates, by her advocacy, that beauty is not only an exterior quality, but is inextricably tied to one's passion and desire to accomplish something. Character and conviction that go beyond the bounds of standard Hollywood narratives are displayed in her story, symbolizing a journey from the constraints of the spotlight to an enduring legacy. Kelly McGillis. As a result of her performance in the film Top Gun, in which she played the role of flying instructor Charlie Blackwood, Kelly McGillis became a figure that became synonymous with cinema in the 1980s. Despite her early success in Hollywood, McGillis gradually withdrew from mainstream cinema, opting instead to live a life that was centered on personal authenticity and community. Her captivating beauty and powerful performances earned her a spot as one of the hottest stars in the era of films such as Witness and The Accused. The media speculated on her changing appearance over time, with some pointing out that she's showing the natural signs of aging and that she's moved away from the glamorous image that Hollywood has come to represent. As McGillis herself has stated, she's not interested in creating a public persona entirely oriented around her physical looks. Instead, she places a higher priority on her inner well-being and honesty. It was through her commitment to education and social activity that she was able to offer assistance to others who have been affected by addiction and trauma. McGillis's preference for a genuine and unadorned life reflects a broader rejection of the superficial demands that fame imposes, and it demonstrates her acceptance of her actual self beyond the expectations of society. Despite the criticism she received from the public, her journey exemplifies resiliency and empowerment. As an example of how stepping away from the industry can create room for personal reaffirmation and influence, Kelly McGillis shows the myriad of ways in which one can achieve fulfillment away from the spotlight. Her story is a testament to the power of honesty and the necessity of having the fortitude to establish one's path beyond the glittering temptation of Hollywood. Melanie Griffith. During the 1980s and 1990s, Melanie Griffith was a Hollywood icon because she possessed beauty, talent, and charisma, which defined her place in the industry. In films such as Working Girl and Something Wild, Griffith's screen presence grabbed audiences and garnered her critical recognition. Her roles in these films earned her acclaim. Griffith's struggles, which included many plastic surgeries and struggles with addiction, affected her public image and attracted media interest regarding her changing appearance. Aside from the screen, Griffith went through several personal changes. Griffith has demonstrated persistence in both her personal life and professional life, even though she's been subjected to such rigorous scrutiny. Her candidness regarding the challenges she's faced demonstrates her dedication to transparency, which gives her famous persona a greater sense of depth. Griffith exhibits resiliency through her performing roles in independent films and theater, and her advocacy for addiction treatment. This is although the media frequently seems to be fixated on aesthetic changes and personal aspirations. Her experience highlights the resilience that's required to manage a complex personal and professional terrain in Hollywood, while also addressing societal norms around aging and attractiveness. There are bigger challenges of self-acceptance and tenacity that actors face in an industry that's always developing. And Melanie Griffith's persistent spirit brings these issues to light. Despite the challenges, she continues to be an important character who defies straightforward classification. She exemplifies the unyielding determination to triumph over challenges and maintain a state of continuous development. Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson, who's considered to be the first supermodel, was able to attract the attention of the fashion industry due to her striking beauty and her adventurous nature. In the 1970s and 1980s, Dickinson became a fashion icon, symbolizing glamour and excess. She dominated the runways and magazine covers during those decades. Dickinson's high-profile lifestyle continued to attract public interest even as she transitioned into reality television and other media enterprises. Even though controversies and personal challenges plagued her, her alteration of appearance, which can be traced to a combination of surgical procedures and the natural effects of age, frequently made her the target of intense attention and conjecture. Dickinson's ability to confront reality in the middle of a culture that's preoccupied with youth is demonstrated by her candidness on her cosmetic treatments and her struggles with addiction through her candidness. Her path in the public eye has been embraced with unwavering honesty, and she has successfully navigated criticism while simultaneously reclaiming her narrative. Beyond traditional modeling, her later work in television and writing demonstrates her vast array of talents and her ability to adapt to situations. Resilience is demonstrated by the story of Janice Dickinson, which demonstrates her capacity to continue to be relevant and to face adversity with endurance. She's become an iconic character in the fashion business through her work. Her career highlights the emotional and physical challenges that individuals might encounter while attempting to maintain public personas. This provides vital insights into the continuing conversations that are taking place within the industry over beauty standards. Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt was a versatile actress who achieved acclaim for her performances, most notably for her Emmy Award-winning role in the sitcom Mad About You, and her Oscar-winning performance in As Good as It Gets. Throughout the 1990s, Hunt's talent and girl-next-door appeal earned her respect and admiration across film and television. Despite her success, Hunt decided to take a step back from high-profile parts and instead concentrate on directing and selecting performing jobs that were more nuanced. The public and media have been discussing her changing appearance over the past few years, drawing attention to the aesthetic differences that have occurred and speculating about the possibility of surgical operations. Hunt's willingness to welcome swings in her career trajectory exemplifies her desire for creative control, which she expresses through her engagement with stories that she's passionate about, rather than adhering to the expectations of others. She demonstrates a passion for the craft by being able to switch from acting, directing, and writing in a fluid manner, which further demonstrates her great range within the profession. The transformation of Helen Hunt from a renowned celebrity to a celebrated storyteller exemplifies the ability to redefine success and beauty beyond transient fads. Her journey from celebrated star to celebrated storyteller demonstrates a profound love for her profession. Her story sheds light on the satisfaction that can be found in artistic development, and it inspires people to enthusiastically pursue possibilities for growth, regardless of the conventional job paths they may have chosen. Tina Yothers. Tina Yothers became well known for her portrayal as Jennifer Keaton on the award-winning sitcom Family Ties, where she became an indispensable component of the show's success, thanks to the sympathetic character she played. It was during her formative years that she garnered fame and admiration from her fans thanks to her presence as a rising star in the 1980s. After the conclusion of the series, Yothers decided to leave the acting industry and pursue opportunities outside of the confines of Hollywood. Yothers was subjected to criticism over her physical appearance in later years due to weight changes and her decisions to live her life on her own terms, which diverged from the image standards that were prevalent in her younger years. Because she placed a strong emphasis on her own personal development, she focused on music, established a punk band, and followed activities that were congruent with who she truly was. In addition, her participation in reality television revealed that she's willing to take on challenges and possibilities in a unique manner. Yothers' narrative, like many other child performers, sheds light on the intricacies involved in navigating changes from a public image centered on youth to one grounded in adult acceptance and authenticity. Not only does her path highlight the significance of self-definition beyond celebrity, but it also reaffirms the powerful message that resilience can be demonstrated via transformation. Tina Yothers is a personification of self-determination and empowerment. She's given the world an illuminating account of her life, which highlights the importance of accepting change, being true to one's passions, and pursuing a personal journey that's completely genuine and goes beyond early fame. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson's legendary performance as lifeguard CJ was the single most important factor in her meteoric rise to fame. As a result of her role in the critically acclaimed television series Baywatch, Parker became a worldwide phenomenon, renowned for her alluring appearance. Her place as a pop culture celebrity of the 1990s was solidified by the numerous magazine covers she appeared on and the important appearances she made. As Anderson progressed throughout her career, she encouraged both popularity and difficulties. Her ever-changing appearance has regularly drawn the media's attention as she's repeatedly been linked to cosmetic procedures. Additionally, she's been willing to challenge conventional beauty conventions. In addition to the visual narrative that enveloped her, Anderson has demonstrated a commitment to action, particularly advocating for the rights of animals and working to address environmental concerns. Her complicated journey through stardom, love, and reinventing herself amidst a tenacity that complements the enduring cultural resonance she has. The narrative of Anderson brings to light the challenging duality that women face while attempting to maintain their public allure, while simultaneously supporting issues congruent with their ideals. Her capacity to maneuver through shifting beauty ideals and personal transformation is illustrative of the multifaceted nature of the current celebrity experience. Pamela Anderson defies simplistic generalizations, exhibiting a complexity beyond her appearance's superficial allure. The narrative of her life shows how tenacity, autonomy, and activism may be intertwined with the legacy of famous personalities, thereby continuing to stimulate discourse and impact perceptions across generations and societal constructions. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim, widely recognized as one of the pioneering female performers in the hip-hop genre, shattered limits with her daring style and unabashed lyrics, carving out a unique path in the music landscape during the 1990s. She became a prominent figure by displaying her artistic talent and fascinating beauty. She became known for her dramatic performances and catchy sounds. Lil' Kim's fluctuating appearance has been the subject of much discussion over time. This discussion has been driven by her openness regarding cosmetic surgery, and it reflects her struggle with self-image in the context of a business that places a high value on particular beauty standards. Despite the scrutiny she receives from the public, Lil' Kim continues to be a formidable force in the entertainment industry. She proudly celebrates individualism and challenges conceptions of beauty within a competitive environment. Her influence extends beyond the realm of music as she persistently promotes women's empowerment and sincerity in creative expression. As an illustration of these shifting intersections of art, identity, and social constraints that artists face, Lil' Kim's biography resonates with wider cultural conversations about self-acceptance and originality. Her development exemplifies the concept of courage through metamorphosis, surpassing the expectations of society and continuing to be relevant as a pioneer. Lil' Kim exemplifies resiliency and the transformational power of music and uniqueness by carving new paths that are consistent with her progress. Shelly Duval. Shelly Duval was one of the most acclaimed actresses in Hollywood throughout the late 1970s and 1980s. She was known for her stunning appearance and captivating performances, which earned her accolades in films such as The Shining and Popeye. Her singular appearance and powerful talent placed her among the most renowned actresses in the industry. Over time, Duval's look underwent significant transformations as a result of a mixture of personal difficulties and a withdrawal from performing. These transformations were a focal point of public criticism. In recent years, questions about mental health, the ethics of media reporting, and the support systems that are available to former stars have been sparked as a result of the attention that the media has paid to Duval and the attempts that have been made to show her in vulnerable situations. Her legacy continues to be influential, renowned for her contributions to film and television, and admired for her distinctive creativity, inspiring critical discourses on performance and expression. Despite the scrutiny directed toward her, Duval's legacy continues to be influential. Duval's trip sheds light on the more widespread difficulties that performers experience when addressing the realities of celebrity, the pressures of the media, and their own personal troubles. Her story inspires critically important conversations about respect, empathy, and the role of the media to bring attention to not just the challenges that an individual faces, but also the achievements that they've achieved. In addition to changing the star narrative beyond simplistic portrayals, Shelly Duval symbolizes the value of recognizing more profound talents and the importance of understanding. Nicollet Sheridan. Nicollet Sheridan, noted for her gorgeous beauty and dynamic screen presence, performed the role of Edie Britt on the popular television series Desperate Housewives, which captivated spectators with her impressive performance. In the years before that, she had a starring role in the well-known television series Knots Landing, which further cemented her reputation as a well-liked actor in the realm of dramatic television. Despite this, Sheridan's career changed the conclusion of the show Desperate Housewives. She moved away from the general attention as new possibilities were limited and legal difficulties arose about the production of the show. The media's attention occasionally focuses on aesthetic modifications and personal experiences rather than her long acting career, resulting in her public image evolving. To successfully navigate these transformations, Sheridan engaged in activism and pursued personal passions, focusing her efforts on encouraging conversations about creative freedom and industry equity. In the entertainment industry, her story is a prime example of successfully negotiating the intersections of career reinvention and personal empowerment. The narrative written by Nicollet Sheridan inspires participants to engage in conversation regarding the numerous obstacles entertainers encounter as they move between different stages of their professions. Her life experiences demonstrate the power of perseverance in the face of misfortune, and they're a representation of the tremendous possibilities for fresh starts and dedication to aspects of life that go beyond the mere public image. Even though these actors are renowned for their beauty, they've demonstrated a resilience and accepted life's changes as the ultimate source of strength. Their lives remind them that beauty changes with time, and their artistic and personal development has a lasting influence. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon